Hi everyone, my name is Michael Marget and I'm a research coordinator in the Food Allergy Center at MGH. I'm here to talk today about a project I've been working on to analyze the age of allergen introduction and specifically peanut introduction in a healthy infant cohort recruited at Newton Wellesley Hospital for the GMAP study. The GMAP study, which stands for the Gastrointestinal Microbiome and Allergic Proctolitis Study, is a prospective observational cohort study that has enrolled 1,000 infants over a 3-year period beginning at the child's first well visit. The broad goal of this study is to identify factors leading to the development of food allergy, and children in the study are being followed from birth until 18 years of age. The current median age of participants in the cohort is about 6 years old. In this specific project, we are examining the effects of the addendum guidelines for the prevention of peanut allergy developed by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases on the cohort. These guidelines were published in January of 2017 after the Learning Early About Peanut Allergy, or LEAP study, found that early introduction of peanut may be protective against later development of peanut allergy, and the guidelines recommended earlier introduction of peanut in kids as a result. All participants in the GMAP cohort were administered diet questions at each well visit, asking about what solid foods they may have introduced by that visit. We split our cohort into those who were older than 6 months when the guidelines were published, pre-LEAP, and those younger than 6 months at that time, post-LEAP, and assessed if there was a meaningful difference in age of peanut introduction at each well visit between these groups. The figure above describes how we ended up at our final sample numbers for analysis at the 4, 6, 9, and 12-month well visits. The graphs above depict the proportion of those who had introduced peanut at each time point for both the pre and post-LEAP groups. No one had introduced peanut by the 4-month well visit. By the 6-month well visit, 3% of the pre-LEAP and 4% of the post-LEAP group had introduced peanut. By the 9-month well visit, 29% of the pre-LEAP group had introduced peanut compared to 45% of the post-LEAP group. And by the 12-month well visit, 63% of the pre-LEAP group and 74% of the post-LEAP group had introduced peanut. P-values are also included on the slide. We found that there was a statistically significant increase in the proportion of participants who had introduced peanut after the LEAP guidelines were published by the 9-month well visit. We used a 2-sample z-test to calculate probabilities. Of note, few in the cohort had introduced peanut by the 6-month well, and many had not even introduced by the 12-month well visit. We feel further study is needed to assess the degree to which NIAID's peanut introduction guidelines have impacted the age of peanut introduction among children in the US. Thank you all for listening.